All right. Hey, everybody. Let's look at video number 16. This is a review of the first half of the quiz from the multiplying and dividing rational functions. So this is question 1 and question 2. I'm going to redo them here for you with steps, and then I'm going to give you 2 to try. And then I have a sheet attached to this that you can practice and has answers on it, so you can take a look at your progress. So you can try these and try a few more practice questions after this. Let's take a look at number 1. We need to simplify that fraction, or similar to a rational expression, and it has a negative exponent. So what we need to do is, step 1, let's simplify the parentheses. If you look inside the parentheses, it's 1 divided by 2. There's nothing to move, nothing to cancel, nothing to factor. So we're already good. Step 1 is kind of done for us already. Step 2, since we have a fraction, let's distribute the exponent to each piece, the numerator and the denominator. So you get 1 to the negative 4 and 2 to the negative 4. Bam. So that's how you distribute the exponent there. So each part of the fraction gets the exponent. And then you deal with them accordingly. The next step, step 3, is move the negative exponents. So only ones that are negative. In this case, they're both negative. So the 1 to the negative 4th power, which was in the numerator, moves to the denominator. And the 2 to the negative 4th, which was in the denominator, will move where? Yes, the numerator. So take a look at those steps, see how that came about. And step 4, simplify if needed. 2 to the 4th is fine. 1 to the 4th, really, we don't keep. So let's do 2 to the 4th. Let's go ahead and expand that. 2 to the 4th power is 16. 1 to the 4th power is 1. And we can write that simply as 16. So the answer to number 1 in the simplified form is 16. And you should be able to do this without a calculator. You should be able to do this showing steps. All right, you try this. 2 over 3 to the negative 2 power. Press pause, try it, and then come back here. Okay, welcome back. Step 2. Step 1, we already simplified. Step 2, let's distribute the exponent. You get 2 to the negative 2, 3 to the negative 2. Step 3, move the negative exponent. So in this case, you take the reciprocal of that. And then you do step 4, simplify if needed. 3 to the 2nd power is 9, 2 to the 2nd power is 4. And that's fine right there. And some people like to do this a different way by taking the reciprocal of 2 over 3. And that's fine too. If you know what you're doing, that's fine. If you want to do those steps, that's great. I'm doing this to show you how everything is moved. All right, question number 2. Simplify and state excluded values. You have this expression. You have 20m squared over 28m plus 24. Step 1, let's factor. Numerator is fine. 20m squared is fine. 28m plus 24, we need to factor that. So 20m squared is fine. 28m plus 24, what can we factor out? Yes, factor out of 4. So 4 is factored out or divided out, and you're left with 7m plus 6 inside. Ooh, that looks like a b, but that's really a 6. Step 2, let's cancel. Actually, I know step 2 should be excluded values, but when I wrote this, I didn't do it right, so I made a mistake, but I'm going to fix it. Let's cancel things out. There's no other m squared, there's no other 7m plus 6, so what we have here, though, is a 20 and a 4. So we can cancel those two. 20. I just kind of separated out here. You don't have to really do this extra step, but I'm separating it out. 20 over 4. They're both divisible by 4. 4 goes into 20 5 times. 4 goes into 4 once. So we're left with 5m squared in the numerator and 7m plus 6 in the denominator. What we're missing is, yes, you're right, the excluded values. Step 1.5, the excluded values. So we take the 7m plus 6 and have that not equal to 0. Subtract your 6's. Get 7m equals negative 6 divided by 7. Boom. M cannot be negative 6 over 7. Okay, you try this. 16 over 24v plus 40. Press pause, try it on your own. All right, welcome back. Let's factor. Step 1 is to factor. The numerator is fine. The denominator we need to factor. 16 stays the same, but 24v plus 40 you can factor out in 8. You get 8 times 3v over 5. 16 and 18 are cancelable. 8 goes into 16 twice, 8 goes into 8 once, and we're left with 2 in the numerator and 3v plus 5 in the denominator. But we're supposed to find this excluded values before we cancel, though, but what we canceled had no variables, so it's fine. Your v cannot be negative 5 over 3. And again, you set 3v plus 5 not equal to 0 and solve for v. All right, so now that you've seen these, it is your turn to try. And how we get better at this is practicing. There's a sheet attached to this. You can practice several of the first question and several of the second, because all of this will be seen on your test. All right, thank you very much.